So it's Sunday morning. Yeah, I've got the same shirt on, but it doesn't matter. I've been met by my good friend Ashok, who is here. Let me turn this around. There's Ashok. So I've known Ashok for about, how long have we known each other, buddy? 4 years, 5 years, something like that?
Easily 5 years.
Yeah, probably about 5-ish years. We get on really, really well. Really, really nice guy. Ashok came to the UK probably about 2 years ago, and that was the first time we'd actually met. But Ashok brought me to this restaurant called
MTR.
Sorry, MTR. There's a sign behind it, but backwards MTR. And Ashok's ordered us a tiffin dish. We both got the same, and there's some sauces, and I'm gonna let Ashok explain what these are. Go on, buddy.
So this is idli, which is second steam cook. This is vada, a fried item, and this is upma. I think this is upma, and this is a sweet dish, and this is chutney and sambar.
And so, sorry, the green one is what? Sorry.
This chutney,
Chutney.
which you take as a side thing,
Okay.
along with your dosa and upma, and sambar as well.
All
Similar
right.
thing.
Okay.
And there is dosa pending, which will take.
All right. And there's a dosa pending, so we're gonna give this a go. And yeah, my first South Asian breakfast. I'd be quite happy to skip breakfast, but Ashok be saying because of my Western body, my Western stomach, it shouldn't start off with a spicy meal. So, got to do what the natives do. Speak to you in a minute. Bye. So, Ashok's kindly paid for my first breakfast in South India. Actually, it's not my first breakfast because I've been to Kerala many years ago. I can't even remember what I ate there. But anyway, so we had idli, dosa, what was this one? Upma. Upma and that is South Indian. You can't even remember what this yellow one looked like. To me, it looked like dal, but it's actually a sweet, so you have it at the end. So my favourite is definitely the dosa and the idli. Probably the dosa over the idli, because of the potato filling of the dosa. But in terms of the two chutneys, so you get two chutneys. Like I said, you get the. Sorry, yeah. This is the green chutney. That was delicious, and then you got a sambar, and sambar is made out of onion, almost like I'd say it's almost like a very light curry sauce. I don't know if that's the right way to describe it. Maybe I've offended Ashok by saying it's like a curry sauce. I thought it was okay. Ashok doesn't like it because it's got too much onions. The guy doesn't like Indian. I mean, the guy's an Indian and he doesn't like onions or garlic. Freaking hell. Anyway, so we finished it off with a cup of coffee, like a small little espresso size cup of coffee. And the coffee is amazing, so I've said to Ashok we're going to have to get some more coffees on the way. And then there are these sort of seeds. There's Ashok, the handsome guy, and then there's these seeds here, which are like fennel seeds or cumin seeds or things like that.
They're called som. S-A-U-M.
Som. So Ashok's saying these are called som. So you just basically take out a little handful, and it's meant to help digestion. I'm gonna let Ashok do it first, not me, because to me it looks too much like cumin seeds. So look at him, the big brave man. He just had a little mouthful.
So in some restaurants you'll find them sugar coated, but here they are not
Natural.
natural.
So I'm going to go and give it a go. But that was a delicious breakfast. Really nice to try these things. So yeah, speak to you later. So Ashok's driven us to Bengaluru 4. Here he is. So we're just taking a walk up to the fort just here. Ashok's parked his car in a car park, and we're just walking at it. We're just gonna go back on the pavement and just have a wander around the shops. So there's, just like other places, people selling all kinds of stuff, everything you need. So at the moment we're passing people with shoes and things like that. There's Ashok, handsome guy, look at him. So here we are at Bengaluru Fort. Ashok's just told me he's lived in Bengaluru about 7-8 years, Ashok?
Yeah.
7-8 years, and this is his first time to Bengaluru Fort. So yeah, so we're both going to experience Bengaluru Fort together. I mean, I didn't realise it was going to be as intricate. I don't know if you can make that out, but there is some bit of fanciness here in the entry point. I don't know what it's going to be like inside, but we'll go in and have a look. Look, I'm with my buddy. There we go. So we've just come through the archway, and I don't think I was expecting this. So here's some stone, but carved into the stone you can see like these nice pretty carvings. It goes all the way up, and it looked like there probably was something under the arch as well, but that's probably gone.
Oh, you're right. It's granite stone.
So you can see it's really, really big. Just really high actually. It's probably... How tall do you think that is, buddy? Probably at 40, 50 foot.
Yeah.
So I'm about 5'7".
6, 12, 18, 20, 30. Easily 40 feet.
So Ashok's our designated architecture expert. He's saying 40 feet. So it's like granite blocks which are approximately 40 feet high.
So this is a temple.
Where? Okay.
Usually in every fort you will end up seeing a temple.
So Ashok's just... Oh, you would have heard Ashok. So this is a temple. So
You can recognize that by this.
And
so that's
what is that?
usually an animal that's associated with Ganesha.
Oh,
you
yeah,
see a god with elephant head.
head, yeah.
That mouse is his animal.
Oh right. So, okay. So what Ashok said was, Ganesha, who is the elephant head god, has associations with other animals. So, that animal outside this temple was a mouse. Religion is complicated, eh? Religion is complicated. So we're now just walking through another archway.
And you're right, Kabir, this is granite.
Yeah.
This would be done.
Yeah. Ashok's just saying I'm right. You know, I've worked with Ashok for about 3.5 years. I knew I was always right. And I'm surprised it took Ashok this long to work out I'm always right. But anyway, I'm only joking. So we're in this sort of courtyard. This seems really peaceful, actually. If you think, literally, just on the other side of this wall, sorry, other side of that wall that I'm pointing at, is the madness of traffic. But in here, this courtyard, it's very, very peaceful. Actually, it's
literally like we are.
yeah, somewhere else. Yeah, it's literally like we are in the countryside, away from the madness. And guess what? If I hadn't come to Bengaluru, Ashok would not even know to come to this place. I think what a brilliant place to bring his wife and baby Gundi when baby Gundi comes. Obviously not straight away, baby Gundi's got to learn to walk, but it's just somewhere peaceful in the madness. I'm like, it is so peaceful. That is beautiful, buddy.
So silent.
Right, I'm going to turn this off for a bit and try and enjoy the moment. She's right. She's right. We just came back towards the entrance and just seen this carving. So it looks like there's a man fighting some kind of a creature, maybe a lion, maybe a tiger, something like that. But yeah, I think that's the only carving I've seen actually.
Yeah, on this pillar.
Oh yeah, sorry, there's a pillar there on the floor as well. And it looks like it's got some
I
carving
think you
there.
have to take it from this side. I think this side is the right.
Oh yeah, I'm upside down, and it looks like a person there. Got something on their head.
It looks like a god or goddess in a sitting posture.
Yeah, amazing. All of this carving. So yeah, but there's a. It looks quite dark in there. I don't know where that leads. I think that just leads to the other side. But we're going to go and have a go. Let's have a look. Yeah, it just goes to the other side. That's what it is. But yeah, nice little stop to come and see Bengaluru Fort. Beautiful, and it is so peaceful. You can sort of start to hear.
And you see those Base, I think they are the levers for the door. That
Oh yeah,
got
yeah,
removed.
yeah. Now look how big they are. So what Ashok was pointing out was by this doorway, you've got two of these big levers. Oh, I don't know what the proper term is. There's two, yeah, one at the bottom, one right at the top, which you might not be able to see, and they would have been. Oh yeah, they're three each side. Yeah, there's the third one. So they would have been used to, I guess, hoist the door, keep it in place. Like that's huge. Might be able to see it behind me. But yeah, as we're sort of getting back to the entrance, you can hear a bit more noise. People, but that's a nice little peaceful spot. And here's a bit more carvings, a few more carvings here. There we go. I'm sure it represented something. Looks like a bird of some sort, that one. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, cool. So we're just walking from Bangalore Fort to Tipu Sultan's palace, and Ashok has got something he wants to talk about in terms of Bangalore and the culture of Bangalore, in terms of religious culture. Here you go, buddy, over to you.
So, Bengaluru or southern part of India has temples almost in every other street. That's to connect people with spirituality, to ensure people are in touch with spirituality. You can find this. And now we are here at Tipu Sultan's summer palace. Yeah.
Cheers, buddy. Cool. Saves me doing a job and saves me looking like an idiot. We've got somebody who actually lives here who can talk about stuff. So we're through the security at Tipu Sultan. So we're just walking through to Tipu Sultan. We have actually gone in, and it's incredible how cool it is. And because you think it can't be that much cooler, but it is so much cooler, just literally a couple of feet inside that building structure. So we've just come back out because I forgot to film. You know me, I'm useless with this camera, but literally you take about 2 or 3 steps inside. So we're in sort of like, if you like, the veranda now, and now we're actually taking a step in, and literally as you take a step in, you can feel the difference, and then it just becomes really cool. But this is what it looks like at the moment. So you've got the different architecture there. Very lovely and cool.
I think these pillars are made of wood, if I'm not wrong. I don't know.
Here we go. Here's our local guide who's never been here in his 7 years living in Bengaluru. So Ashok thinks the...
No, not wood. I thought
All right.
so, because of the color.
So it's made to look like wood, but it's...
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's hard to tell because it does have more of a woody... Do you know what? I think it is wood. Look, if you look here, Ashok, I think you're alright. Look, once the paint's off, you've got wood. That is wood. So that is a solid bit of wood. There's a sign right over there. So it says it was finished in 1791. So it's a few hundred years old. Well, a few centuries. Now, Ashok's been racist here now. He's saying because I look at Arab, I should be able to read that. I've got no chance of reading what that is.
I thought that's Urdu. Is it not?
I don't know. Urdu and Arabic have the same lettering, right? So I don't know. I would say, but was Tipu Sultan Urdu speaking, or would he be more Arabic speaking because of religious ties?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Kabir. I thought you might.
Racist alert! Racist alert over there. I can't believe it. Kabir, you look like you should be able to speak that language. Outrageous. That's the kind of thing I should be saying, not him. Everyone knows I'm joking. So we're walking in, and it does definitely feel cooler as you walk in. And there seems to be another little section here, which is under one of the stairwells, and you can see some of the original artwork on here. You can see some of the colours. So that looks like green. You've got red. Wow, and you've got like a turquoise up there, and there's stuff on the ceiling as well, like a dark red, and there are patterns still on the ceiling. So this is Tipu Sultan. That Ashok's just tried this door that's shut. So this is This must be some of the original artwork on the wall. So you've got all this, obviously it's not my kind of thing, this artwork. I wouldn't have it in my house, obviously, but it's lovely to see that this is sort of the original. And if you look above us, you can see the ceiling as well. All original. It reminds me of the time when me and my wife, I don't think we were married at the time, but we went to see some parts of Egypt, and we did what the normal tourists would do, but we also went and saw some bits that were off the beaten track, so we had to have like police guide and stuff like that to take us there. And they took us into this sort of darkened area, and there were original colours from when these buildings were originally built. It wasn't the pyramids, it was somewhere further south, can't remember, but it was amazing. And that sort of reminded me of this, like the original patterns, the original colours. You can see it's just painted onto the plaster, as you can see. I'm going to try and do something a bit arty now. As you can see,
You can see the undamaged bits there. There it's much better. The wallpapers.
so my guide is telling me there's, oh yes, Ashok spotted a bit where we can't go in because it's been cordoned off, because they're protecting it. And you can see what the other opposite room would have looked like, because this is in much better condition. So let me turn this camera around somehow. Can I zoom?
It's so designed. Good by design, right?
Yeah, looks beautiful. So if you look at some of that original pattern, like I said, it's not something I would have in my house, but it's amazing to see that original artwork, colouring. It's like it's been painted onto the plaster of the wall, but that's amazing. It's still there. I hope it's original and they've not tried to keep it and repainted it, but it looks good. To the bit right in the centre where they said there's no filming, and just found an interesting fact. Tipu Sultan, who finished this off, his father started it, was the first man to use rockets in war. Now there is a couple of his rockets in there, and apparently there's one in the British Museum in Greenwich, or War Museum in Greenwich, but apparently he was the first one to use rockets. Who'd have believed it? He was the first one. But we're here on the other side, and it's just a mirror image of the other side. We're going to take a walk up to the top now and just see what it's like up there. Let's see if it's cooler up there, but it's definitely nice and breezy here compared to outside, but we'll see. Ashok's just spotted this carving, so intricate, and you can see it's all made of wood. You can see the wood where the bottom sort of beading has come apart, and you can see the raw wood underneath, or behind rather. I don't know if these are going to come out, but this is just some of the intricate carving he's taken. Oh, sorry, Tipu Sultan got commissioned on the top floor of his palace, and it's amazing. But the breeze here is absolutely stunning. Very strong breeze, and you've got all of these arches. Sorry, just walking in people's way. Me, typical me. Right, but it's amazing, beautiful, so peaceful compared to outside, and very, very breezy. So we're at the Shivaji Military Hotel for lunch, and let me just turn the camera around. This is the queue to get in for lunch. So Ashok went in and put our name down, so it's about a 10-minute wait, so we're going to just wait and see what happens. I'm not having lunch if Ashok can't eat anything properly, because it does feel like a very meaty place, so we'll just wait and see what we can do when we sit down. But yeah, I've also had a call from Lala, which is a guy that I work with, He's going to try and meet us here. I don't know how far he is, but we'll just wait and see what happens. Right, I'll show you the food when we get it. Anything to say, buddy?
Looking forward to feeding Kabir with all the knowledge.
See in a bit. That's recorded because of the red light. So I've just spoken for literally a minute and I've not even recorded. So we sat down, cleaned our banana leaves. So let me turn this thing around. So we've got our banana leaves all cleaned up. And Ashok's ordered some food, so we're having a chicken biryani and some lamb starter coming, lamb chops or something, I don't know. Apparently they've got a limited menu because I imagine it's hectic. So we'll see what turns up and then we'll just get on with eating it and then try and find some peace and quiet. So speak to you in a bit. So Ashok just made me laugh. I was talking to the camera again, I didn't press record, so Ashok said I should start recording. So Ashok ordered me, because they only had, but we came quite late, they had the chicken biryani, but it wasn't the chicken biryani Ashok wanted me to try. And they didn't have the lamb chops, they had this mutton pepper dish. So I'm on my last portion of it, because I've been chomping away. Let me see if I can show, let me show if I can show you. So this is the biryani, this is the mutton. They give you like a little pot of sauce, and I'm just on my last portion, so it's really, really tasty. Food is good. It's not as hot, it's not as spicy as yesterday's food, but it's got a nice gentle kick. I'm sweating because it is roasting in here. Unfortunately, Ashok can't eat much of what food is left here, so we need to, after this, go and get him some food. And then I'm going to blame Ashok if I start drinking coffee, because the coffee we had this morning was delicious. So I fancy a coffee in a bit, but need to get Ashok some food. So I'll let you know once I finish all this food. Speak to you in a bit. Bye. Here we go. Look at all this food. So here on Commercial Street, got some bangles for relatives in Bangladesh, but essentially it's a madness. There's shops selling absolutely everything, and we're just stopping to get some food for Ashok, because obviously he's not eaten when I was munching on the biryani and stuff. So we're going to go and get a bit of food, and got Lala with me as well. So yeah, we're having a good time, man. Obviously Lala and Ashok have never met, but they're having a good old chat as well, so it's nice that we've connected. And yeah, good to spend a bit of time with Lala, good to spend time with Ashok as well. Ashok did find his car, he did get lost, and we eventually found his car. Sorry, you can hear what I'm saying. It's all no backstabbing going on here, everything is recorded for everyone to hear. So yeah, we're just going to go to a cafe and find Ashok some food. But yeah, Commercial Street, done and dusted. I think it would be much better if it was pedestrianised, but obviously it isn't. But lots of bangles, lots of sort of handbags and shoes and all this kind of stuff. So I would just say I'm not surprised by the market. It's just one of those markets that you see in Asia where everybody sort of sells very, very similar stuff. Sometimes you wonder how they all make enough money to survive, but they must do. So yeah, I'm going to run out of battery on this very, very soon, so we'll just see what happens. See you later. So we've just been walking around Commercial Street, and I just want to show you how busy it is, so just turn around. So you can see how busy it is that way, and also this way. There's the lads. There's Ashok and Lala there, and that part there. It's just very, very busy. Feels a bit dangerous to walk actually. There's lots of two-wheelers driving around, beeping their horns like that. But yeah, no different to other places. Yeah. Is it recorded? Yeah. Okay. So
Ashok has kindly driven me back to the hotel, and this is the, what's the name of it, buddy?
Vidhan Sauda.
Vidhan Sauda. So this is the sort of government building of, is it Bengaluru or Karnataka?
Karnataka state.
So yeah, so it's the state of Karnataka. So I drove past this with Safe yesterday, but look how amazing it looks. Yeah, excuse the truck, but in the green, it looks amazing, all lit up in green. But yeah, that's it now. See ya.